The microscope is one of the tools of the laboratory, and so it's important you know a little bit about its use and care. The compound light microscope is called compound because it has two magnifying lenses, one in the ocular and one in the objective. It uses light for viewing, which is why it's called a light microscope. This is the most commonly used microscope and the microscope you will use in the anatomy and physiology lab. As we look at the microscope, the oculars are the two things you look through. The arm here holds the microscope together. The base is what the microscope sits on. The light is in the base. This is how the light is going to get through the slide. And the objectives are the other set of magnifying lenses. These will rotate, and so you can change the objectives and change the magnification of the microscope. The stage is where you will place the slide, and the iris diaphragm will help control how much light comes to your eye. The coarse adjustment knob is the larger of the two knobs on the arm. The fine adjustment knob is the one that's located inside the coarse adjustment knob. The coarse adjustment knob will change the distance between the objective and the slide visibly. You'll see it move. The fine adjustment knob just does little tiny changes. It's used for fine focusing. And then the stage adjustment knobs will help move the slide around on the stage. All of the microscope work you will do in A&P will involve slides already being on the stage and pretty much already in focus. The only knob you ever need to touch is the fine adjustment knob. When you are on a lab practical and we have slides, if you fool around with anything else, you are going to move the slide around and you're no longer going to be looking at what we want you to look at. This means you could miss the question. So it's important that you know the oculars, the things you look through, and the fine adjustment knob. That is the only thing you will ever touch on the microscope. The magnification of a microscope can be determined by multiplying the magnification of the ocular by the magnification of the objective. That's what's going to give you your total magnification. Now the ocular remains the same. You don't change the ocular, and it's always 10x. But the objectives can rotate around, so when you change the objectives, you change the total magnification. The shortest objective is called the scanning objective, and it multiplies 4 times. You can tell because there's the 4 right there that tells you how many times it magnifies. So the total magnification with this objective is 10 times 4, or 40x. The low power objective, or the 10x objective, will magnify 10 times 10, or 100 times. And the high power objective, or the 40x objective, will magnify 400 times. Your field of view is the circle of light you see when you look through the oculars on the microscope. As you increase the power, as you increase the magnification, the part of the slide you're looking at gets smaller, so your field of view decreases. If you're looking at a ruler with millimeter marks, when you're looking at it 40x, you can see about 4 of those full marks. When you move up to the low power objective, you're looking at 100x, you see not quite 2 of them. And when you go all the way up to the 400x, you don't even see a whole millimeter. You just see a little bit of the ruler. So as you change your magnification, you change the amount of the slide you're looking at.